Hey everybody, I'm back again for another video. It's Cassandra. I put the kids to sleep right now. They're both napping, hopefully. But they're both napping, and I just figured, I'm sorry, I touch my hair a lot on my videos. When my hair's down, I touch it too much. I'm sorry. That's just a thing that I do a lot. I'm trying not to do it, but I'm gonna try. Okay, there's a fly. Bro, really? You're killing my video. Anyways, or a nap. Whatever. Anyways. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about C-section. Wow, Cassandra. My son was an emergency C-section because when he was inside me, when I was, I was trying to do vaginal, delivery. There's a lot of complications. He was, I got to the point where it just got to the point where I just said, take him out now. Like, they wanted to wait. They wanted me to wait a couple more hours. And I was like, no, take him out now. Now, get him out. And once they did, I thank God that I felt it. Like, I felt something inside me just saying, take him out. And I'm glad I did, because within doing that, they took him out. He wasn't breathing. Like, his son and all these people. And I'm just like, I can't get up. I'm laying there on the bed, gonna get sewn up. I'm just like looking, laying down looking at him, freaking out. So finally, they fixed him and everything. And they explained, that he swallowed his feces. I don't know I can't think of the name right now. I could feel everything. Like, I could feel it. Like, it didn't feel like it did anything for me. So he ended up having to do it again. And the second guy that did it, I was like, I want somebody else. So another guy came, he did it, and it was completely fine. Like, I was completely fine. But ever since that him messing up the first time, or the first guy, after that, after I had my son, literally for like at least 5-6 months, or maybe till he was like 1 or something, 1.5, almost 2. I had chronic back pains. Like, I'm talking about to the point where, and let alone, remember this, I was a single mom, so picking him up just in the freaking crib, that hurt. Just putting him down to change him, like, any little thing hurt it. And I was just like, I can't, complain about it. I have to be a mom, and I have to just deal with it. And, it was hard. It was really hard. And it's sometimes hard to get for August. And I was like, I don't want it on that day. I don't want it before. Because obviously that was the beginning. I was hormonal. I was going through a lot of things. I was like, I don't want the same birthday as their dad, which he doesn't even claim, my daughter, all that kind of stuff. So I was just like, I don't want that day. I don't want that day. And they're like, okay, we will make sure it's not August 9th. Ended up, they called me back like within a week, or I don't know, however. And they were like, the only day that the doctor's here, blah, 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 is August 8th. The day before their dad's birthday. And I was just like, bro, really? And I called back and I was like, no, please, 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 like, can you change it? They were like, no, this is the only day, there's nothing we can do, blah, blah. It was hard, like, I guess for a minute, because I was just like, ugh, but then I was like, you know what, like, whatever, she's gonna be born regardless. She's gonna be beautiful, she's gonna be born. Like, I can't sit there and dwell on that and, complain. People aren't staying together. It's sad. Like, the olden days, back when I was young, I remember people being in love, and I don't see that anymore. It's just like, hit it and quit it. We got baby mama here, baby mama. You got like 20 different baby daddies, and it's sad. And I don't want like tons of different baby daddies. I have one, and that's it. And I don't want any more, unless I'm gonna stay with that person. And But anyways, that's another story. But so I had my daughter, and the only complication that I had with her when she was in delivery with a C-section was when they did the numbing stuff for me to cut me open. He started to cut to say, can you feel this? And I was like, oh hell yeah. I was like, stop, I can feel that. So he literally was like, my mom was in the room with me. She was only able to be there one day, because she was the one that was watching my son. I didn't have really anybody else to watch my son. A lot of people weren't able to do it for me, so it was really hard. Like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be by myself with my daughter, or I'm gonna make sure my son's taken care of. I want to make sure my son's taken care of. I'll be by myself. That's fine. Like, yes, I didn't want to, but I'd rather be by myself than my son. So my son comes first, and So my mom was able to be there because my best friend Anna decided. She stepped up. She just had her baby a week before I was gonna have my baby, and I felt so bad leaving her with my son, my 3-year-old son, with having her newborn. But thank God she did, and I love her, and shout out, she's beyond amazing. She's done a lot for me. And so she decided to take care of my baby, which I felt so bad, but I will repay her. She knows that I will do anything for her. So she did that, and my mom came with me the one day when I had my C-section. So my mom was in there with me while I had the C-section. So when they had cut me and I was hurting, they told my mom just to get out, and they had to put me under anesthesia, so they did that. I don't remember anything. Obviously I was under, so I just remember when I came to, I just looked and they had like given me my daughter, and I was just like, oh my god, you know, flipping out, whatever. So that happened. Then after that, everything was fine. I didn't have back. If he wants to send things, money, gifts, whatever have you, fine. But I'm not gonna force him. I'm not, because I don't need that negative. I don't need negative. I don't need drama. I don't need nothing for my kids. I just need positivity, energy, like surrounding my kids, just positive people, like people that care and love them. And they have that. It is hard in Texas because, well, those that don't know, I've lived here in Texas for maybe a couple weeks. I'm from and born and raised in San Diego. Woo woo, SD 619, baby. No. So I'm born and raised over there. So being here in Texas, I don't know anybody besides in San Antonio, which is like an hour and 40 minutes. I have all my family. We just actually got back from a little vacation type thing with my family. I got to see my uncles that I haven't seen in many, all that kind of stuff. I'm sorry, but I'm not the mom to sugarcoat it. I'm not. I'm gonna tell him the truth, and any questions he has, I'm gonna tell him, because why lie to him? I mean, we already lied to him about the Easter bunny and all that, no. But I mean, like, literally the truth. Like, why lie to them when he's gonna find out later, or he's gonna ask me later? And I don't want him to find out from somebody else. I want him to find out from me, you know. So I am gonna tell them the truth, and I'm gonna tell them the ins and outs of what they really want to know. So my son, he used to carry a picture around with him that had a picture of his dad and me in it, and it was me when I was pregnant with my son inside me. And my son used to carry that thing around like you know, like when someone carries a picture in their wallet and it's like crinkled. That was how much my son carried it around. He slept with that thing. He carried it in his pocket, his backpack, everybody's house. That was his picture. He carried it around. He would always show everybody, like, look my dad, look my mom. Like, he loved that picture. And I would ask, like, you know, like therapists or, you know, doctors, just different people, like, or even family members. Just, I would ask advice from people, like, do you think I should take it away? Like, because I don't know. I would get mixed feelings about it. Like, should I take it away? Should I not? Should I let him have that? You know, is it wrong? Is it confusing him? But then someone told me something and it really opened my eye. They were like, look, one day he's either going to give it to you and say he's all done, or he's going to keep it forever and that's just going to be his memorabilia. And it's crazy because when she said that, I really, like, I sat there and thought about it. And it's crazy, like, he actually did do that. So maybe like a couple months ago, one day he just said, all done. He put it in a drawer and he closed it and he said, all done. And I said, Papi, you don't want the picture of your daddy and mommy no more? No. All done. Daddy not here. And I said, okay, you know. And like I said, I don't bash their dad. Whenever, you know, they say anything, my son says anything, I always say, okay, you know, like, I go along with what he wants. If he wants to talk to his dad, I make sure to make an effort to get a hold of his dad the best I can, because I don't have a number for his dad. So whenever his dad calls is when we're able to talk to him. So anyways, yeah, so when he gave me that picture, I was just like, wow, like, he's over it, you know, like, and he's going through a phase now where, like, when his dad calls him, which is, you know, lately it's been every day, but sometimes it's not, he talks to him. And I think my son is getting to the point where he understands, like, you're just a phone, like, you're not around, like, you never raised me, you know, like, I think he's starting to really see things, not because, like I said, I'm saying anything, just because kids notice things, kids absorb things. Like, okay, for example, he asks for his tia and his friends all the time because he has a relationship with them. He built something up with them. He sees them physically, not only on the phone, not only on Skype, not only on FaceTime, but in person. He has time with them. He's built relationships. He sees them on a constantly, you know, before when we lived there, on a constantly day-to-day basis. So, of course, you know, he's going to ask for them. But his dad, when you don't, you know, when you're not there physically and you're just a phone, like, you got to understand, like, your kid's not going to be, you know, so happy with you. They're going to be mad, and and I just don't want him to resent his dad, but I don't want him to resent me being like, oh, you never tried. Because I tried. I damn well tried it. You could ask anybody. I tried to the fullest. But like I said, I'm not going to beg him. I'm not going to force his hand. Game. Sorry, my phone went off. The kids are not a game. The kids are not a toy. They're kids. And as a parent, you should either be there or don't. And don't use them as bait. Don't use them as, like, dangling, like, oh, you want to see your kids, you know, like, no, you know, like, I just hate that. It gets me frustrated. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna let him see your kids because he doesn't want to be with you, or because he did you dirty, or what. You're gonna hurt him. Why are you gonna hurt him? Like, who cares? You know, like, let them do them. Like, they moved on, let them. You move on, you know, like, focus on the kids. And that's what we're here for, is to focus on the kids. And a lot of people don't look at it like that, and it gets me so mad. Like, it gets me frustrated. But what can I do? You know, like, in my situation, what can I really do? You know, what can I do? But I just, you know, I'm positive every day, keep my head up, keep my kids happy, keep my kids going, keep my kids loved by me, not only me, by friends, family, you know, just show them that they are loved, show them that they, you know, just, and I'm teaching them the right way, how I want to raise them. And how I want to raise them is basically like showing them that everything, you know, showing them positive and things. And, you know, I will sugarcoat things to an extent, but once they get older, I'm not going to sugarcoat everything, because for why? Like, why? Kids nowadays unfortunately learn so many things in school and their little friends, and I don't want my kids learning, you know, like, I know there's gonna come a day where my kids are gonna say, you know, why is Selena, you know, where's Selena's dad? You know, my son's gonna ask, or her little friends, or she's gonna ask herself. And, you know, having to explain that to her is gonna be a lot, and it's gonna be emotional for her, which is gonna hurt me, because I'm gonna be mad about the fact that I even have to have this conversation with her. But, you know, in that time, mom, that I decide to, you know, wear a dress, or, you know, stuff like that. Like, I just hate stereotypic, like, oh, you can't do this or whatever. I don't know, I just don't like that. And it's funny, like, me wearing a lot of makeup, like, people are like, you know, my mom used to tell me, or my friends would tell me, mainly my mom, she would be like, you're not gonna have enough time to do all that makeup when you have your first son. And I was like, oh, watch me. And it's funny, I have pictures of me, like, right after my son, wearing heels like I used to, having my makeup done, having my hair done. And I always did, because I just want to say, as a single mom, and all the moms out there that are either single moms or becoming single moms, or, you know, pregnant and will have to be a single mom, or just in moms in general, I guess, you know, even moms in general, like, I feel, this is my opinion, everybody's different, why let myself go? Like, if I love wearing makeup before, if I love getting my hair done, my nails, whatever have you, just, if I ever start dating in the future, then I just feel like, you know, then I'll decide in that moment, like, okay, me personally, it will take me a long time. I have to talk to someone for many years, or for a long time. Now that I have 2 kids, I will have to talk to them for a really long time, get to know them. And even that, you still don't know a person 100%, I feel, you know, like, so I'll have to get to know the person, give them some time, and then eventually, maybe one day, I'll let them meet my kids. But I'm not going to just be like, hey, I just met you, hey, come meet my kids. Fuck no. Like, because I feel like people do all the time. Like, I know people that just, like, date and date and date and date, and their kids get used to that guy, and it's just like, oh, next, you know, I mean, next week, you know, there's a different guy. Like, it's sad for the kids, it's confusing, they don't get it, and they're just like, oh, it's normal. Like, especially if you have a daughter, oh, it's normal, or a boy, it's normal, so let's just keep dating people. No, like, to me, and, you know, eventually, you know, if it comes, it comes. And I always say, don't go looking for love, honey. Don't go looking for a man, or, you know, vice versa. If it's your single dad, don't go looking for no female. Like, I feel like, when it's a time, it comes, you know what I mean? Like, don't go looking for it, because if you go look for something, you're gonna look for the wrong thing. And, like, especially at a bar or club, like, been there, done that. I will never meet someone at a bar or club. Like, don't do it. I mean, I don't know, meet someone at church or grocery store, or shoot, I don't know, whatever, like, you know, but don't do the bar or the club. Like, just don't do it. I mean, it's happened when people get married and they fall in love, cool, but I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't do it again, personally. I'm just gonna say that. But yeah, so those are some of the goods and bads about being a single mom. And the good thing, like I said, there's tons of good things. I guess I said a lot of bad things. I shouldn't, you know, I should say more good things. But my kids, I mean, you know, and I love my kids, you know, I will never disown my kids. I have my son, his middle name right here on me, Ray, which, you know, in Spanish is king, you know. So I love my kids, and I will do anything for my kids. So yeah, that's just a little ramble on. I'm going to do more chit chats. I also want to do a get ready with me. I want to try to do a get ready with me with the kids behind, like, playing behind me. That's hard. I already tried to record that, but bro, that was really hard, because, like, I have to stop a lot, or the video becomes like 4 hours because I'm stopping because one wants to eat. So it's all about scheduling. So I'm going to do another video soon. But yeah, sorry guys, I haven't done a lot of videos. I was on vacation with my family, so I am going to get back into uploading probably every day, vlogging or uploading.